Hello and hi again, AI Legends, and welcome back. So today I want to share a bit about my personal thoughts on a new project that recently released last week. This space is happening so fast, so it's about AI agents again. Yeah, so if you see on the screen, that's Jack Dorsey, the man behind Twitter, and it's gone on to Square and then Block. So he's launched this of late, codename Goose. It's basically a local AI agent system that it can run. And I'm gonna run through it today and see how it goes. Okay, I'm just gonna get straight into it and then give my thoughts on the way. Okay, so I've installed Goose on my terminal, and this is for guys to see how it runs. It's pretty spiffy. So I'll just go Goose, config, oh, Goose, bigger. So it lets you choose your LLM that you want to use. It's got pretty good options here. Okay. And you can also go and check the extensions that you're using. So by default, you have the developer tools enabled, and that lets you write code, execute commands in Bash. You also have a sort of web browsing component to it. Pretty cool. Google Drive integration, have a memory system to save your prompts, and also an integration straight into an IDE, like JetBrains, for example. Okay, so we're gonna get started on Goose. So you just launch it with this Goose session. So here I'm using Gemini 2.0 Flash under the hood, and Goose is already running, so we can just see what it does. So what can you do? I can use the developer extension and take screenshots. Okay. So at this point, just want to go back a bit and check out what Goose is. It's basically a agentic system where you have one singular LLM as the underlying brains of the machine, and that's linked to tools, is linked to the underlying context, and it can decide which tools to use in which situation that you give it to. Okay, so just want to run this here and test out the developer extension. I thought it's pretty nifty. So you can say, can you check what are the largest files in my home directory? And here it's telling you what commands it's gonna run in a terminal. So here's going to go through the top 10 largest files in my home folder, and it's pretty nice, pretty autonomous, where it can work through a thought process and come up with the outcomes. I'm gonna let it run a bit and show you what else we have here. So under the hood again, it relies heavily on prompting. So I've looked into it and relies a lot on chain prompting to decide what tools to use in which situation, and also handle errors. So again, the LLM, a singular LLM, is the brains of the agent, and it's a singular agent system where it, as opposed to somewhere you have more than one agents talking to each other. This is a singular agent that works locally. Okay, so it's built in Rust, so it's pretty spiffy. And another thing is that it's using this, the MCP. So I was looking this up, and this is a protocol, an open source protocol made by Anthropic. So this is a kind of a way to standardize how LLMs use tools. And as you know, Anthropic and Claude Sonnet 3.5 is really good with coding. I believe because under the hood, they've really optimized how the AI uses the tools underneath the hood. And it actually gives a significant advantage over ChatGPT, in fact. All right, let's hop back to see how our agent is doing. Here I go. So let's run this command, and it says, hey, you have your directories, and seems that Miniforge or Llama and VS Code server are one of the biggest users. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. You can even ask it to run and delete files off your drive, create files, edit code. Got lots of really interesting stuff. So here I'm currently using a WSL or Windows Subsystem Linux integration. So for Mac OS guys, you have a GUI version and a CLI version, and we're really lucky guys. But on Windows, this is the only way we can run. We don't have a GUI version as of yet. So kind of a bit limited, and it's a bit clunky in its integration for Windows, but I think it's still early days, and I do believe that it's gonna catch up soon. So for example, other tools like the screenshot bits does not work. I can get it, say, can you tell about your screenshot tool? So there's a screen capture tool that supposedly captures your monitor or the window. And from the blog that Goose has put out, I believe what the developers internally are using is to capture websites, ask it to parse or look through CSS and give sort of some front end task for it to do. But it doesn't really work for me for WSL, and I think because of that virtualization layer that it has to go out of to the Windows side of things, it's not really working. So I can show it for you here. So let me see. Can you capture display 0? It gives me this error saying I can't connect to this server, and yeah, I think that that's kind of expected for this. So the point here also, there is a Google Drive integration, which is really cool. These are basically my quick review on Goose, codename Goose. So it's a local agent. It's really speedy and built in Rust. And we have pretty nice MCP options like Drive and JetBrains. To be honest, I don't use the Drive integration because I have Gemini and it's already quite heavily integrated into Drive. I can show that in a bit. So I think it's nice to have that additional options for people to use. So not everyone who uses Drive needs to be logged into Gemini, for example, but I have a open source version which you can customize. I think that's really cool and love it for the system. Downsides here now are the WSL integration. As you saw, it's a bit clunky and we don't have a GUI version for Windows. So currently the extensions are also a bit limited, but again, still early days. I think it's publicly released as version 1.0 just last week. So I hope to see this picking up and maybe we can come and revisit this again in the future. All right, so that's it for Codename Goose, and I'll catch you AI Legends next time. Bye.